Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owners here with another episode of Bob's and Angel's Seablock. And, well, we're standing here because last episode we put together this tiny little contraption. And we've got green science. We have green science. We've actually finished nutrient paste, which was pretty nice. That'll allow us to actually start working on fuel oil, and some gases. Synthesis gas is actually really useful. It can be broken down into lots of things. That's a long way off though, because we need to do farming first. But before we do all that, I think today what I would like to do is have a look at the new green algae. So the new green algae is mineralized water and carbon dioxide, and we happen to have a fair bit of mineralized water backing up. I've actually, after the end of last episode, I had to add a little bit more, a couple tanks here while I was just letting this run for a few minutes because we actually backed up on mineralized water and it stopped our sulfuric wastewater processing. You'll see I also added in a box here because, as you can see, we're actually we are not using enough sulfuric acid, so we're not using up this sulfur. Anyway, what we want to do today is I want to experience. I want to have a look at algae 2. All right, we'll turn you back. So first things first, we have mineralized water, but we need carbon dioxide. How are we going to find carbon dioxide? Well, you know, this is the way to do it is to look and see what we do. So, well, very interestingly, wood pellets. I would like not to use that because if we can avoid it, because wood pellets are very important to turn into charcoal, although we are backing up on charcoal, which is also nice to see. Charcoal turns into carbon dioxide. Again, we'd like to avoid that if we can. So let's have a look at other ways we can do it. Carbon monoxide and steam. Unfortunately, to produce steam, we need charcoal, so that's kind of the same thing anyway. Acid gas, we've got no way of getting acid gas at the moment, and that would mean sulfur processing too, which actually looks like we could research. So let's have a quick look. Nope. Okay, it's all the animal and the farming that gives us acid gas. That is raw gas. Well, we don't have access to that. Yeah, it looks like we're not going down that path. That's okay. What else gives us carbon dioxide? Cobalt oxide. We're a long way off that. Limestone. This is something that we can pursue because we do need some of these things in the near future. Limestone into lime, because lime is used for glass, that's right, and cement. And we are going to need those things at some point in the future. So this is a possibility. We get limestone from washing. We would need to expand our washing setup, which would also give us more mud, which gives us more landfill, although we are sitting at over 4K landfill. I actually had to stop this for a moment because we're actually running out of slag, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. What is going on here? Get me back to carbon dioxide. Here we go. Other ways is blue cellulose fiber. No, thank you. More charcoal and other things that we don't want to do. So honestly, charcoal is a thing. So one charcoal makes 50 carbon dioxide. And it takes 80 carbon dioxide to make 50 green algae. 50 green algae makes 25 cellulose fiber, which makes 4 wood pellets, which makes 2 wood bricks. And where is our charcoal? Search for charcoal. And 1 wood brick makes 5 charcoal. Okay, so this actually is positive if we go charcoal into carbon dioxide. Simple as that. Okay. So how are we going to do this? Well, This row here, I would love to convert over immediately, but we are going to need some inputs. If we redo this one actually while we were looking at it, we need carbon dioxide on the other side to the water, which is actually pretty good for us. Yeah, it is, because we could just convert this one straight over. All right, what's the current rate? This is currently producing 25 in 30 seconds. Algae 2 actually does that way quicker, doesn't it? Because it's 50 in 15 seconds. So it's twice as fast and produces twice as much green algae specifically. All right, we're gonna have to redo our numbers. I think I am going to start with this one, even though this one has the brown algae processing. Although no, this is actually the best brown algae processing. Now that I think about it. All right, let's. I really want to convert this one, but I'm just like, man, are we ever gonna get gas, carbon dioxide in here? Yes, we are. All right, carbon dioxide. We've got charcoal over here. We could set up some carbon dioxide production in here. All right, and I'm gonna turn you back on. What did I do? I limited that, didn't I? We'll limit you to say 5K. 5K seems like a good amount to have. All right. So we're getting charcoal out of here. And that's all going into that box. All right. You're not full up, are you? No, nowhere near it. Let's turn some charcoal into some carbon dioxide here. All right. Carbon dioxide from wood pellets. Nope, that's not what I want. Carbon dioxide from charcoal. I should actually quickly double check. Carbon dioxide from wood pellets. How much does that use? So, one charcoal makes 50 carbon dioxide, or one wood pellet makes 70 carbon dioxide. Okay, so one wood pellet makes... so 2 wood pellets makes a brick, and then a brick makes 5 charcoal, doesn't it? That was what we worked out. One brick makes 5 charcoal. So if two pellets makes 1 wood brick, 2 pellets makes 5 charcoal. 2 pellets makes 5 charcoal. Back in here. So 2 pellets makes 5 charcoal. So 2 pellets would produce 140 carbon dioxide, but 5 charcoal produces 250. So we're better off going from charcoal. Yes. Okay. We've ascertained that. Now where are we? Carbon dioxide from charcoal. There we go. All right. We'll just need to handcraft a bunch of inserters because we actually have none. We have no inserters. Ridiculous. All right. Oh, that's not gonna fly. We don't need. We do not need to be handcrafting wooden boards, do we? No, we do not. All right. There we go. Bunch of them, yeah. And then once we've finished doing that, I should just handcraft a bunch of them as well. Okay. Let's wait until we have some of these crafted. Yep. Except I was trying to select burner inserters. That was the problem. Okay, we found the problem. All right, so you now have carbon dioxide. We have mineralized water way over here. How can we marry the two up? I want you to do this. Problems. We need to convert both of these or none. Well, both it is. Okay. Can I squeeze through there if I do that? No, I cannot. That is actually blocking, fully blocking. All right, so looks like we're doing that. They're all algae processing too. Let's just have a look at some numbers here. Each of these are using, say, 5 carbon dioxide and 5 mineralized water a second. If we have 8 of these, that's 40 a second of each. Now, I think we're easily going to produce 40 a second from this, aren't we? This is actually only producing 25 a second. So we would need 2 of these. We would need 2 of these. 2 of these. That actually kind of works if I move this one back here. And I probably shouldn't have ripped it out like that, but there we go. All right. And we do that. We now have these 2 producing carbon dioxide. That's pretty good. All right. Now, the mineralized water, though. Mineralized water, how much are we using? If we had enough sulfuric wastewater, we're still only producing 20 mineralized water a second. That is not enough. That is not enough. So we'll need to top that up with crushed rock. Crushed rock into liquefier with water makes mineralized water. Okay, but that is just a top up. Remember, just a top up. This situation is working well. Why is this not working? The filters again. All right. You're out of charcoal. That's the problem. Well, there's 1 charcoal. That's not going to get you far though. This isn't the first time they've been out of charcoal, so I will just ramp this up considerably, and that'll keep that going. We are positive on charcoal, which is good. We are going to start using a lot of it. It's all right. It's okay. So this here can disappear, and we can delete all the water that's in that pipe. So this is now, what's going on? You need to rotate. There we go. All right. For some reason, that one was rotated differently to the others. Because why not? Why not? Okay. So carbon dioxide comes in here. I think we can kind of do that if you weren't there. If you weren't there, we could bring the carbon dioxide up to there, and we actually have 4 of those apparently. And there's carbon dioxide. Easy. But we want to make sure that we don't hamstring this, because this is going to start producing a lot of green algae there. We'll be able to get rid of this contraption though, which will be nice. All right. So we now have all the carbon dioxide we need. Now we just need to get mineralized water into these sides, which is, I think, going to be a little tricky. But let's no, not like that. We want to do something like that. All right, and we'll need a little bit more up there for another one of those. All right. While this is happening, I should go and handcraft some more. Or actually, copper is probably... Yeah, no, copper is still the weapon of choice. Where is the pipe? Where is the pipe? There it is. All right. Let's get, say, 10 of them, and then just keep making some pipe. So how do we get this mineralized water in? I'm actually thinking if we could do something along those lines, and we could get it in here. That's probably, because this is where we're going to be making the mineralized water. Okay. This is what we're going to do. It was a nice little gap. I can't remember why this gap was here, but we're going to use it. We're definitely going to use it. All right, and we can get all the way out to the middle here, something like that. Probably don't need to go that far with the landfill, because we'll pop another underground here. Now, this situation here, that is actually not required. That is not required. So we can just do that. This is no longer required. No, that is actually, sorry, that is still required, because this one's still making brown algae. Whoops. My bad. All right, so that stays there like that. And then we have you coming in here. You are going to try and reach across there, but not be able to. So what if I did that? Oh, glorious. All right. and then you would do that and hook up there. All right, there's mineralized water. There's mineralized water. We're halfway. We're halfway. We've still got to get it over to this other side, though, which is a bit more of a challenge. A little bit more of a challenge. All right. Let's just get rid of this brown algae into whatever boxes still have room for brown algae over here. Grab the rest of it. All right, but that's the last we need to worry about brown algae for in this region. We're just going to handcraft a few more wood pellets while we're going. All right, how on earth do I get it over here? Well, the short answer is I don't know. Let's see. Okay, first things first. Let's move this out of the way because we will need access to these ports here. That is okay. They're okay. Yep, that's good. All right. So with that, we are then just somehow, and I think we're gonna have to bring it down here because the rest of this area. Hang on. This area here is no longer required. Player's inventory is full. I tried to grab the alginic acid. My mistake. Okay. So this area here is not going to be making any more of this. Can I pop it in there? I can. All right. Can I pop any of this in here? How about half in there and the other half over here? That's getting tight. We're getting pretty backed up on alginic acid. There's still 60 in there. Damn it. Drop that over here. All right, with that kind of space cleared, I think now we might be able to, we just might be able to sneak something in here. Oh, the spaghetti is beautiful, isn't it? Like that, and then over here, look at that. Oh, man, it's happening. It's happening. I tell you what. And then we would put a couple of these here, and then this would come over to here. That's not ideal. That is not ideal. All right. This actually needs to be further down here. Why do you keep doing that to me? And then copy that one. And actually, no, that needs to be brown algae going there. And green algae going there. All right. So that process is still working, which is nice. I can actually pop all that brown algae in there, I think, because we actually seem to be using. Oh, that's too much. We do seem to be using the brown algae from there somehow until we run out of space making alginic acid, I guess. All right. Anyway, with that, we can then. The reason why I wanted to do that was to do that. Yep. Have all of that. Have all of that, and then you come in here, and voila. Mineralized water. We're operational. All right. We are big time green algaeing now. So, numbers now. Numbers. Obviously, we're producing too much. So this is producing 3 a second. Each of these are now basically producing 3 a second. It's actually a little bit more than 3 a second. And that means that 2 of these fill a belt. 2 of these fill a belt. As we can plainly see, we only need 2 of these on a belt. So if we want to, we could ramp up. We could ramp this up really quickly because we could put another belt in here and feed this one, and we can actually rip all this out. Unnecessary, I think. Unnecessary at this point. But this is look at all that green algae. It's crazy. All right. I'm just trying to think, like, do we want to pull this out? Do we want to be making any more alginic acid? Probably not. Probably not. So if we wanted to make more carbon dioxide though, we would need more of these. Alright, until we run out of charcoal, we can kind of leave this overproducing. But I did want to set up mineralized water, and we are going to need a liquefier. Do we have any in our inventory? No, we don't. A lot of trash. I've got to get rid of some of this trash. Liquefier. Where would I find you? Okay, there's our liquefier. We've got a bunch of wood pellets to get through first. Okay, let's make some liquefier. And here is just like such a good spot for it. Maybe I could tap it in here, because that will work. All right, that will work. I think a liquefier is 3x3. What if I had you right there for the liquefier? It is. So you need water in and water out, and power. Can't forget power. All right, there's some power. You are making mineralized water. Again, we're going to need a top-up valve. Is the key to this arrangement, and we're going to top up into there, and then I guess we just tap into there like that with an inserter there. We're always going to miss out on that one. Inserter picking up from there and dropping off there. Guess we'll power that one. Did I just kill that? I didn't kill this, did I? No, it's still pumping water. Yep. All right. I'm okay with that. Now, you need crushed stone, not regular stone. Ooh. Okay. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. All right. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Somehow it's not a problem. I'm going to make it not a problem. We need another ore crusher making crushed stone, or alternatively, we output some crushed stone from here onto a belt, because this is working full time. This is working full time. I also don't want it working full time. I feel like we're getting too much. We're getting too much landfill, and we're running out of slag, as you can see. So this will stop that. This will stop that. Here, I would really like to be able to get a belt with an inserter, dropping it off somewhere. Where could I put that? We can only drop 1, 2. We can only drop either there or there. Neither of which of those are really particularly helpful for us. So if we were to remove this bit, we could drop onto there, but then we need to get water up into here. I do have a spare offshore pump, which is interesting. It's interesting indeed. It's interesting. How are we going to use that? How could we use this? What if I did it this way? What if I just did that? What if I just did that? There's water in there. And then you are going up to here. If I put you up to here and drop off there, we now have a belt that we can drive. Yeah, okay. Things are looking good. There's some mineralized water. Now I don't want to tap this directly in here. This is the issue, because I want to only use it for a top up. So let's move you out of the way, and then have. I think that's still in the way. We don't even need it. We don't even need it. All right. Let's put a bit of pipe doing this, and then we can have the top off valve here. Aha! We got there in the end. Overflow valve? No. top up valve. Top up valve. Make one of those. Pop that in here. And now we'll always have enough mineralized water. But preferentially we'll use it. Use up this one over here. Okay. I'm happy with that. We got a lot of green algae being made. Way more than we're currently using. This is still increasing. I'm less confident about that now that we're using this carbon dioxide. 2.6k. Well, we've got so much more here. We've got so much more being produced. We could be making a lot more cellulose fiber than we are. We're kind of limited in space, though. If we had a better, less spaghetti-like arrangement here with actually some belts feeding in the green algae and then belting out the pellets. It's something we will probably have to do eventually anyway. So why aren't we doing it? It's a good question. Are these guys all working? Yeah, you're working. You're not working. Because I left you with the wrong recipe. All right, yeah, they're all working now. All right, there's such a big difference between the algae creation of these two. All right, so that is algae processing 2. I think what we want to do next, and we've only got 5 more minutes, but we can get started on it, is look into farming. Because farming lets us get the nutrient paste. We can make a farm. We can make a composter. Definitely need a composter. We don't need a nutrient extractor just yet. Okay, let's make a composter. And a farm. And a seed extractor. Ooh. We need another basic circuit board for that, which I think... What are we missing for the basic electronic board? Some solder. We have some solder there. All right. Let's make another one of those. And then we can make... where was it? The seed extractor. Do I need one of those just yet? I think I do. We'll build one anyway. Now, the next actual thing is we need to get over here and we need to grab some of those things. We need to get over there and grab some of those things. So, I could do it dodgily, but I'm just gonna do that. All right. So desert garden. We got a little bit of resources. We got a little bit of binifrin, a little bit of primadidoline, and 3 desert gardens. All right. Well, we could just set this up over here. Honestly, we got. Yeah. Let's go. Let's make some gardening over here now that we've got this area started. Let's see what we can do. So, do I need the seed extractor? Do I need the seed extractor from temperate garden, swamp garden, desert garden? What have we got? We've got 3 desert gardens. We could extract some seed from the desert garden, and we do get some seeds. Well, let's just not be too hasty with our desert gardens. I think that's one of the issues here. Is once we use our desert gardens, it's going to be difficult to get some more. So let's not be too hasty. A composter. A composter makes compost. Cool. I think it makes it from brown algae, doesn't it? Or is that soil? Let's have a look. Compost comes from brown algae, red algae, green algae, fermentation, lots of stuff. Cellulose fiber, we can basically use any plant matter. But you know what? We've got just a little bit of brown algae lying around. So let's use that for now. And it's nice. It's nice to get a little bit of use out of these resources that have been clogging us up for a long time, long time. And bang. Okay, so we're making some compost. Let's get you. Sure, we'll get some compost going there. Pick up from there. Thank you. All right, so there's some compost. Now we've got a farm. We have a farm. It looks like it needs some water or something. Let's expand this just enough now to actually see. No recipes available. Well, it's good that we have our recipes ready to go. All right, a farm. Where is farm level 1? Garden processing. That'd be nice. Agricultural planing, fermentation, plant processing, farming 2. So this unlocked soil, but no actual recipes. This is just better alien plant samples. We don't want that. This is what we want. We want desert farming. But it requires some of this. And this allows us to... this does allow us to make some recipes. No, I'm still looking at this farming. Okay, we're a little bit ahead of farming then, because this requires alien plant life samples. 1 for each of these. And then to research this requires 32 of these. So we would need 32 alien plant life samples, as well as wood, bricks and paper, soil and compost. Okay, that's okay. How do we make soil though? Soil is made from sand and compost, so we can't do that. Mud and compost. We don't have much mud, do we? All right. This could be a downer. Our mud is all getting turned into this. All right. So what we need to do is, I think it's time we can rip this whole thing out, and it's actually not required. Because we're not really using this to make sulfur dioxide anymore. We're actually just using all this mass of sulfur that we're getting from the wastewater. So that means we can start this over here, and we can start making some mud. I think that clarifying. Now that I think about it, this clarifier was also part of that setup, wasn't it? Yep, there we go. All right. So let's go over to our new area. And let's put down some mud production, which is not something I thought we would need to be actually producing at this point, but here we are. So not you. We need a seafloor pump. I can actually go 2 squares in. Interesting. All right, we'll just put you there. The washing plant 1. You are going viscous mud water into heavy mud water into viscous mud water. We will actually want to flare off. Got a flare stack. That's nice. Is this the only way? Oh, hang on. All right. That's the way it goes. It actually needs water coming in, which we of course have available. That's not where I want it to go though. I need it. I'll need it to go out there. So we can put a bit of pipe in here and actually connect other things into there. We'll need a flare stack over here, and then clarify this off for now. We can set up some better use of it later, but for now we'll just clarify this off, and we have mud. We have compost, which means we can make soil in a thingamajig. Once we get that going, we'll get some power going. It never connects when you need it. All right, how's this power looking, by the way? It's starting to struggle a little bit, but look at that. We've got 600 compost. We've got a little bit of mud. This is not the best production of mud, I've got to say. But You know what? We should really just put in another one of these doing the next level, which creates more mud. It doesn't need anything other than water. And if we had more of these, we could put in more of them. I want to use up these iron ones, to be honest, so we don't have so many odd bits in our inventory. And then clarify off that. Or do I make another washing plant? Let's make another washing plant, because at some point we're going to need limestone. Let's make 2 washing plants. They're not very expensive, just basic circuit boards. So you then are doing this one, and shrink the size on this one, just so we're not. I feel like we're wasting too much of this. There we go. All right, and then you are doing light mud water to thin mud water, and then after that we clarify. All right. There's a really rudimentary setup for all of this. We've got one there and there. I've got a few more of these, which is nice. Use them up, and a little bit of this. Where are we going to put this? Yeah, like this. Like this, and then we have, that's really annoying, isn't it? I should put them closer. To here. Not there though. Actually, no, that's fine. It's fine. And then you come up here like that, and this one here would be nice if you were over there, but then that doesn't have power. All right, there we go. And you are picking up from here, and then we just output some mud, and we need to clarify down here. Clarify away. All right. There we go. You're making water, and everyone's making mud. Beautiful. We're going to have a lot of mud. Which is fine. What's the next step? The next step in that purifying mud water step. Thin mud water goes into sand. That's where we get our sand. Or we can make saline water. You know what? We just saw that sand was a thing that we were needing. It'd be nice to have a little bit of sand production started, because we are going to need it in the not too distant future. So what did I need? I needed some of this. Let's get some of that in there, and a little bit of this over here. A little bit of that. Ooh, I just got 1,200 iron plates. That's pretty good. All right. And we are going to, again, need to rip this out, pop you in here, and you are making sand. All right. Is it just sand? It's just sand. All right. And we've used up almost all of our iron pipe. You now have everything, and let's get a little box here to start collecting some sand in. And I can't even remember what sand was needed for it. It was like glass or something like that. I'm sure someone will remember it from the earlier episode. All right, so we have 150 mud. We have a nice amount of compost. We've really churned through that brown algae. I actually think we might need to turn this back to brown algae, honestly, at a later point. But agricultural planing is finished, which allows us to make wood, bricks, and paper, soil, compost, and water. All right. Yeah, I think we'll be able to make all this. We'll be able to make all this next episode, and really start to look at planting, desert gardens. I'm just really hesitant to use up those desert gardens, because it's going to be difficult for us to get more. All right, we'll have to look into that next episode, because again, I said at 25 minutes, I'm like 5 more minutes, and suddenly we're 40 minutes in yet again. I just started one more thing. That's the Factorio curse, isn't it? Just one more thing. Anyway, we're going to call it there. We're going to continue on with the gardening next episode. This was something in my Bobs and Angels run that I did really late and regretted it. this and alien samples. Earlier we can get this going, the better will be late game, and this is going to be our main source of oil too, so we can't forget that. But most importantly, a huge thank you to my patrons. Again, you guys really make me feel great doing all this stuff and seeing your support. And also, don't forget, see you tomorrow.